Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another take of Zooming with Kaymitch. I'm excited to have my next guest on shortly. So without further ado, he's waiting. Let me go ahead and add him. Can you hear
What up,
me?
Kel?
Hey, how you doing? Welcome and thank you for tuning in to Zooming with Kaymitch. I'm excited to have you as my next special guest on here. Without further ado, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, your school, hometown, master program for me, please?
Sweet, appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, Kayla. So I'm from Wisconsin. Got to be a manager at Minnesota for a few years, and now I'm over at Akron with the women's basketball program as a GA. Getting my MBA too. So
Good, good, good. So with you saying that you was a first question, with you being a manager for Minnesota, how was that experience?
yeah, it was an awesome experience. Got to, luckily had an awesome staff to work with. I think a lot of times people say like it's the people that make the place that you're at, and I think that was true at Minnesota. Great staff with Coach Way, a Hall of Famer, and she had a great staff under her that I got to learn a lot from, and it was fun to be around them every day. So a great experience.
Great, great. With that, how did the opportunity come about being the GA at Akron?
Yeah, it's a good question. So it kind of came from, like I was talking about before, just the staff at Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Shimmy and Coach Kelly were two assistants under Lindsay. And throughout last year, I knew I wanted to be a GA and was talking to them too a lot throughout the year. They were great mentors for me. And then this position opened up here at Akron. Coach Gensler got the job, and Shimmy worked with him years ago at Florida. So them two kind of got me connected and went from there. But yeah, it was a big thanks to Shimmy and Kelly for that one.
That's great. That's awesome how like being connected with one program, you never know how people leave and transfer, with the women's college program and everything like that. So how that kind of came about, that's awesome how you was ready to be in that place. Awesome. Next
Yeah,
question.
exactly.
What are your daily duties as a GA for Akron?
I think it's a variety of everything, which I've been thankful for. Now like I'm sitting there doing the same thing every day, which has been fun. So getting a little bit experience in everything, some scouting stuff, some player development, on the practice squad, helping with scouts, a little like social media stuff as well. So it's been pretty fun getting to do a little bit of everything, just trying to make the coaches' lives easier, basically.
Right, right. That is our jobs, to make the assistant coach and head coach job easy by any way means possible. So that's great that you're getting that experience, kind of dibbling, dabbling, doing a little bit of everything instead of like just being in one spot. So that's great. Next question. What have you learned so far about being a GA?
That's a good question. I think the first thing would just be how smart like some of these people are in the industry and like how much you can learn from them. So I think the assistants here have been incredible. And I think just the willingness, like another thing that I've learned important is just like the willingness to try to learn from them and like put in time yourself to, I think a lot of us, our goal is to get to that next step as a
Yeah.
full-time assistant or full-time position. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like just understanding one, like how smart they are. And two, it's like if I want to get to, their position, like how do I do that? I think it's like putting in a lot of time yourself and just be willing to, ask questions to them and, learn from them every day, everything you can. So
That's great. That's awesome. With that, that's kind of the way that I've been going, like really just trying to ask questions, like ask like what do you look for in recruits? What are your tips on recruiting? What can I do to help player development, scout, anything like you said, making a coach's job easy, but also how can I form these connections and within the culture of women's basketball to kind of get that next step for that job you want to be full time. Absolutely. Last
yeah,
question.
exactly. Even something,
Go ahead.
yeah, no, go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead. So you go ahead because I was
I
just
was just
finished.
gonna say, like, it's as funny the small things like they can pick up, even like just evaluating and recruit and stuff, like what you can learn from them and how they've been doing it for decades. So it's like
Right.
they're a lot better at it than we are. So there's always something to learn, and it's been cool.
Absolutely. I was going to say my last question. How important is mental health to you in college basketball?
Extremely important. And I wish I could say it was only meant or only college basketball was dealing with mental health, but it's everyone, everywhere, and yeah, it's sad that it's can be such a problem and be so detrimental to people. And I think in college basketball is no different. Like it, can affect staffs, it can affect players, it can affect team culture, everything. And I think we've come a long way. I appreciate the professional and collegiate athletes who have came forward and opened up about their struggles with mental health. And I think I don't have any one solution that can fix it. I wish there was one magic thing we could do, but it's like, we don't have one. And I think doing everything you can as an individual each day to make, someone else's life easier, show people you care
Right.
is a big thing that Coach Gensler says here. It's just every day, did you show someone you care within the program?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just doing some of those little things, being willing to, have a tough conversation, open up to a teammate, be genuine. I think some of those small things can add up. But like I said, I wish there was one solution, but it's not. And I think we each got to keep doing what we can. And hopefully, we can help eliminate some of those mental health problems.
That's great, Marty. I'm so happy that you said, like, it's not just the student athletes, it's the staff as well. Some staff have family members, so now they're trying to juggle family and try to juggle basketball or whatever else. So it's not just like the student athletes that we see a lot, but I'm glad more professional athletes and student athletes are coming out about mental health. Like, no, this is a real problem. Maybe before in the old days, it's probably something that got pushed rather more to the side, but now it's being more to the forefront. And like you said, it's not just the players, it's staff, and it's just in the world, period. And there's not no formal way, but like you said, just showing care to everybody is a way that we can at least, kind of try to decline the struggles of mental health. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. And I think coaches just being willing to, have those conversations with kids too. And I think everyone, just the more way everyone becomes, it helps, the group as well. So
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Well, that finishes up our interview. Thank you for giving such great insight of sharing your journey from Minnesota to now Akron, and I wish you the best of luck. I appreciate you for tuning in to Zooming with Kaymitch, and I'll definitely be in touch with you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Kayla. Appreciate your time.